Welcome to Bird Seeds. You guys believe this is our 39th episode? That's just wild to me. I don't know. It's not like a big benchmark. It's just, for some reason, 39 feels so much different than 38. So thank you guys so much for listening for 39 different episodes. It means a lot that you tune in and hear me rant about stuff. And it means it's 39 times that I have decided to intentionally focus on something positive. And that's why I do this. Today's episode's probably going to be short, but it's just this catchphrase, this saying that I came up with this week, and I think it's incredibly important. So I think we need to focus on this. What is that catchphrase? Let's just go right into it. You can either be in the noise or you can be the noise. Now, what does that mean? So right now, again, real estate, there's a lot happening. There's these lawsuits, there's NAR that's having problems, there's brokerages not requiring NAR membership, subscription, whatever. There's just a lot of turmoil. Rates are crazy. There's no inventory, like historically low inventory, historically 26-year high rates. Like it's a bonkers. Like everything is wild. Nothing makes sense. It's like you subscribe to Inman, or it's like just this news feed of like everything is like what else can happen that you cannot control. That's the noise. Doing what everybody else is doing is being in the noise. It's just part of it. Focusing on that. There's a lot of negativity. Just subscribing to that, just being around that. That's being in the noise. So what do you do instead? You be the noise. What does that mean? You do it your way. You take charge. You grab the bull by the horns and you say, this is the way forward. Let's do this. So important, because if you're just one of the sheep that follows wherever it goes, you're never going to be able to get anywhere. I mean, you can be successful and you can do well, but you're never going to be anywhere above just a good salesperson or a good local or whatever it may be. But being the noise, standing on the mountainside, standing on the cliff and screaming, wake up, this is what's happening. Lead other people to see what is coming, how to prepare for it. You know, buyer agencies in question. We don't know the future of buyer agency. And there's a lot of people that, in my opinion, have their head in the sand saying nothing's changed. Nothing's changed when this has happened in the past. The sky's been falling since I got into real estate 20 years ago, whatever it may be. Nothing's going to change. I beg to differ. I think a lot's going to change. And if you just try to play catch up, and if you follow what most of the gurus out there say of get your buyer presentation better, get your listing presentation better, show your value, you should do those things no matter any market. Like that's all good stuff to do. It's not bad advice. It's incomplete advice. Figure out how you're going to adjust your business model based on the changes that are likely to come. Get in front of it. Be the noise. Make the change. You can either let it be, and you can figure out how to adapt to somebody else's world, or you can make the world what you want it to be. When things go haywire, when things go nuts, that's opportunity. That's opportunity for you to shape it. When things are just the way they are, they're not pliable. They just are what they are, and it's very hard to change those things. Anything in the world. It's very hard to change those things when they just are the way they are. But at some point, there's enough of a shock to the system that it stops being the way it is. And in that moment, it's pliable. In that moment, you can craft what you want out of it. We've seen this in other industries, right? So we're talking real estate, music business, my former life before I got into real estate. The music industry was the way the music industry was. And they were set on that being the way the music industry was going to be. Well, what happened in 2001, give or take? When Napster tried to make this and sell this to the record labels, and the record label said, I'm too big for you. We don't need to change anything because we are the way it is. It changed. It changed substantially. And there was opportunity for those that weren't in the noise of trying to keep it the way it was, that were the noise. They got to modify it the way that they wanted to do it. I took part in that charge to give power back to the artist, right? There was a change there. Doesn't mean the industry went away. There are still big record labels. They do it differently. They had to restructure everything. They still make money. They still are profitable, but they don't do it the way they used to do it. You know, you could go to financial planning when E-Trade started becoming a thing. The sky's going to fall. Well, no, there are still traders. I pay them. I work with them. I know. They're still traders. There are still financial planners, financial advisors. Just the low-hanging fruit, the ones that probably shouldn't have been doing it anyway, they're gone because they went to the E-Trade side. But it was enough of a shakeup that there was an opportunity to mold it. Tech took over. The internet-based stuff took shape, but the really skilled ones stayed. But it's because they focused on what the tech couldn't do, which was people, service. That's what it focused on. With travel agent, people always compare travel agency to real estate when they say the sky's falling. Well, I used a travel agent a couple years ago when I went to Disney. I'm not going to use a travel agent to go book a condo at the beach, right? And even like Airbnb and the way that plays into it, there was opportunity to make that something different because it got shooken up. The really good ones, that are like hyper focused on certain things, they're doing great. They're still there. That's all good, right? There's so many parallels to so many different industries where something came in that was big enough to shake it up. The industry didn't go away. It just changed how it was going to operate. This is big enough to shake up real estate, so change how you're going to operate. Don't try to do this the way it's been done for as long as it's been. Start thinking about the way it should be done, because that's what making the noise is. Thanks for listening. Birdseeds, Joe Bird.